Broly, the epitome of power and rage in the Dragon Ball Z universe, known as the Legendary Super Saiyan, Broly's larger-than-life presence left an undeniable mark on the fans and the series as a whole. Today we will dive deep into his story, his power, his defining moments, and why he remains one of the most iconic villains in Dragon Ball Z. From his tragic origin to the explosive battle, this is everything you need to know about Broly. Broly's tragic origin. Broly's story is one of survival and tragedy, deeply intertwined with destruction of Planet Vegeta. Born with a staggering power level of 10,000, an anomaly for a Saiyan infant, Broly's immense potential made him both revered and feared, but it also marked him for death. King Vegeta, threatened by Broly's power, deemed the child too dangerous. Fearing that Broly could one day surpass the royal bloodline, he ordered the infant and his father Paragus to be executed. While Paragus survived, his rage towards the Saiyan monarchy only fueled his desire for vengeance. Despite being exiled and left for dead, Broly's power activated in the moment of crisis, shielding both him and Paragus from the planetary annihilation that Frieza unleashed on the Saiyans. Paragus saw Broly's survival as a sign, proof that his son was destined for greatness, but this survival came with its own price. From the moment on, Broly's life was defined by isolation, manipulation, and control. Taken to remote planet far from praying eyes, Broly's power grew unchecked and so did his instability. His father sought to control him using a crown device to suppress Broly's rage, but beneath the surface, a storm was brewing, one that could not be contained. Broly's power was a double-edged sword, a gift of unparalleled strength but also a curse that made him an unstoppable force of destruction. Little did the Z fighters know that this exiled Saiyan would one day rise to become the greatest nightmare. The Legendary Super Saiyan's power unleashed. Broly's strength is unrivaled and direct manifestation of the Legendary Super Saiyan myth. But what exactly is the Legendary Super Saiyan, and how does it set Broly apart from even the most powerful warriors in the Dragon Ball universe? The Legendary Super Saiyan is said to emerge once every 1,000 years, embodying raw, unchecked power. Unlike the transformation of Goku and Vegeta, which are controlled and focused, Broly's transformation is primal, wild and destructive, with an energy output that seemingly has no limits. His power doesn't just grow during battle, it evolves. The longer Broly fights, the stronger he becomes. In combat, Broly is relentless, shrugging off attacks that would cripple even the mightiest warriors. His signature green energy blast and brutal hand-to-hand combats makes him a nightmare on the battle. Who can forget Broly's iconic fights in Dragon Ball Z? Broly, the Legendary Super Saiyan, Goku, Vegeta, Piccolo, Trunks and Gohan combined, these warriors were still no match for Broly's overwhelming power. Each of them faced their most humiliating defeat at the hands of the Legendary Super Saiyan. The coldest moments that define Broly. Broly isn't just a powerhouse, he is a force of terror. His cold and calculated actions are what makes him one of Dragon Ball's most memorable villains. There's a haunting simplicity to his approach. No grand speeches, no elaborated schemes, Broly lets his fist do the talking. From his merciless beatdown to his menacingly laugh, Broly's presence on the battlefield is enough to send chills down anyone's spine. One of the most infamous moments, standing before a defeated Vegeta, who despite being the Saiyan Prince, is paralyzed with fear in Broly's presence. It's moments like this that cemented Broly as not just a physical threat, but a psychological one. He doesn't just break his enemies physically, he breaks them mentally. And for Vegeta, one of the proudest and the strongest Saiyans, being reduced to a trembling bystander was a scene that fans would never forget. The deep character analysis of Broly. But Broly isn't just a mindless brute. Beneath his towering frame, a devastating power lies, a deeply complex character, a product of his circumstances and his pain. Broly's rage is born from years of abuse, isolation and manipulation at the hands of his own father, Paragus. Broly's potential is limitless. While his story in the original Dragon Ball Z film ended with his defeat, his legacy endured. Fans couldn't get enough of Legendary Super Saiyan, and Broly's popularity led to his triumphant return in Dragon Ball Super Broly. This reimagined version gave us more sympathetic Broly, a character who wasn't just a villain but a warrior searching for his place in the universe. The Dragon Ball universe has only scratched the surface of Broly's capabilities. As his character continues to evolve, his potential is at the vast of the cosmos. Broly's lasting legacy. Broly is more than just a character, he is a phenomenon. His story encapsulated everything that makes Dragon Ball compelling. Overwhelming power, deep tragedies, and unyielding drive to surpass all limits. Whether you view him as a relentless villain, a tragic anti-hero, or a misunderstood saint, Broly's impact on the series is undeniable. In the original Dragon Ball Z Broly, the legendary Super Saiyan Broly met his end at the hands of Goku, who channeled the energy of his allies in one final desperate attack. It was a climactic end to one of the most intense battles in Dragon Ball Z history. But that wasn't the end of Broly's story. In Dragon Ball Super Broly, the character was reimagined and brought back with a fresh perspective. This reinterpretation gave fans a deeper, more relatable version of the legendary Super Saiyan, while preserving the raw power that made him iconic. Broly's legacy extended beyond the confines of the Dragon Ball universe. He is a fan favorite, a symbol of raw strength, and a testament to the enduring appeal of the Saiyan mythology. His battles, his struggle, and his evolution as a character have left a mark that few villains or heroes can match. Broly isn't just a legendary Super Saiyan, he's a legend in his own right. So is Broly the greatest villain in Dragon Ball Z? That's for you to decide, but one thing is certain, his presence, his story, and his power will continue to ignite debates and inspire fans for generations to come. Who is your favorite Broly, the Z Broly or the Super Broly? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more Dragon Ball content like this.